What is up with these long freaking names? Jameer, no, I don't remember you, dude. If you're not here that often, I don't remember. I'm not gonna remember you, so I'm not sure why you would think I would remember you. I mean, unless you did something that like really stood out way back when, that I'd be like, oh yeah, but I don't remember your name for sure. So, what's going on, everyone? It is Sunday the 13th. Oh God, Sunday the 13th. So I actually have, yeah, I don't think, no, you guys can't hear it because I can't hear it either. So I actually have 2 Twitch live streams up. So today was actually, they're not even doing a full Madden weekend Madden kickoff thing today. So Friday and Saturday were the days where they had the most number of Twitch streamers with Twitch drops enabled. So today they're only going till 2 p.m., but they have six live streams between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. that you could get Twitch drops from. So I actually have 2 of those streams up in the background while I go. And actually they've made it real simple to get Twitch drops. Because at the end of each one of their streams, they would basically say like, okay, who's gonna forward the streamers to who, who's gonna raid which stream. So they would each raid the next person's stream, and you never had to worry about like pulling, like basically navigating to that person's stream manually or anything like that. Like, so that was really cool. So I didn't have to do anything, and like literally I was gone like for what 7 hours yesterday, and just had the streams up and got all my Twitch drops. So that was pretty cool. I got about over the weekend, between Friday and Saturday, I got basically like 26 free Twitch Good Morning Madden packs in Madden Ultimate Team. So hey, and I didn't have to do hardly anything to earn that. And then I got that free Byron, which I'm still waiting for. So the Byron, I didn't realize was the Byron, the base card with the power up and the 1,000 training points, so you can boost him to his maximum overall or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Although I have a Byron, an 80 overall Byron in my thing, so I don't know if like that is the base card, and if it is, I already got that already from like a pack opening. I just don't have the power up or anything. So like I might be able to sell that card. I'll find out, because they were saying that card was selling for like 400K or something like that in the auction house. All right, but anyways, guys, so today we are doing Bucs and Saints. You know, I don't know if I really need to state the storyline here, because anyone who keeps up with anything in the NFL probably already understands what it is. If you need me to say it for some weird reasoning, then I can, but dude, I like this song. Okay, the best song in Madden this year is that Flag on the Play song. I actually, for some reason, there's something like mildly entertaining about the song. All right, so here we go, guys. We're going to do 3-minute bets. Bucs Saints starting now. Boom. Guys, it's going to be 0 for Tampa Bay, 1 for New Orleans, 0 for Bucs, 1 for Saints. So, and if you have Gold Dragons, then, you know, use the bet commands to get your bets in. Blah, 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 blah. I feel like I want to get my other bot back, but the problem is I have to pay money to get the other bot back, and it's like a monthly fee. Which I just... if I could actually make something back, that's what makes me want to go back to Twitch, dude, because if I could go back to Twitch, I could actually get, like... I could actually get paid from Twitch without like so much, without having, I don't want to say without that much effort, but in a sense, that's kind of what it comes down to, is like, I can actually have a life. I can actually have a life and make money. You know, it's just like, on YouTube, that's very difficult. Like, I mean, if you're small time, on Twitch, they make it a lot easier. All right, so you guys will get. Well, I haven't forgotten that. forgotten. That you're gonna need game audio. We'll get that going. Okay, so this is a 425 game, 5-minute quarters. Actually, all this is great because they're in the dome, so I don't have to change anything to start this game. But yeah, so from those Twitch drops, I need to figure out what I want to do. So for anyone who's a MUT person, and again, like I don't play MUT hardcore. I've only just been getting the drops. I've played some of the challenges in MUT, but I don't really spend that much time playing in MUT because it's kind of pointless, but I'm trying to like upgrade my team. Wait, what did I ask? Oh.
From the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, this is Madden NFL 21.
Oh, who plays Madden a lot? Oh, okay. Well, what should I do with all those silver cards? So I get a bunch of them from the Good Morning Madden packs, but I feel like, because I remember I spent some time trying to exchange those for like gold, but I feel like that's pointless because you get like 11 training for gold, but then like you can get 6 for silvers. So I'm just kind of like, why would you ever spend the time to upgrade to trade in silvers for gold when gold's usually like you get a lower quality gold than what it's worth. Like, you know, it's not worth trading in all the cards. You might as well just get all the training for the silver cards. And then the rookies, like you can exchange those for like, there's like the rivals or something I think you can put the rookie cards into, I think, or something like that. That's the thing. That's why I don't like I can't do all that. Like I feel like you have to spend so much time in there and try to understand like what the best thing is to do, and I don't have time for all that. Like I just give me like, you know, I think they need to make it like more like clear, like this is what you should do with your cards or something, like something a little bit more helpful so that you're not having to like have to really think that much about what the hell you're doing in the game. Like there's just too many things to do with the cards. If Brady don't go 13 plus wins, he's not the GOAT. Wow. What's up, Mike? How you doing? So guys, hey, what's up, Mikey? What? Mikey is a Nets and Jets fan. Like what? Okay. Have you been here before, Mikey? I feel like I recognize that last name, but I'm not sure. All right, guys. So let's get this game started. So New Orleans starts with the ball first. And again, I want to apologize up front, guys, for the quality of the stream. So most of you may not notice a difference, but I'm streaming at 720p, 30 FPS still, and I'm going to continue to have to do that because of the fact that my ISP, my internet service provider, can't figure out right now why my upload speed is so iffy. They claim to say that it's because of COVID and that just a lot more people are using the internet. But I don't buy that because a lot of people would all of a sudden have to become live streamers or something like that, and everyone would have to be using the be live streaming at the exact same time. You know, there'd have to be a lot of people doing that for me to notice that much of a hit to the upload speed, but my upload speed is about 30 megabits slower. Oh, a flag. That must be holding or a face mask. Illegal block in the back on the offense. Okay, that's very rare to see that on a freaking... Wow, Emmanuel Sanders plays for the Saints? Ooh. Yeah, I didn't realize that. You knew it, bro. You knew what? So, yeah, so I have to stream at this crappy quality. I'm not used to that. I'm used to streaming 1080p 60 FPS because I feel like 60 FPS for sports games especially makes a huge difference. It is buttery smooth. I would love to be able to stream in 4K one day. I might, like, sometime soon-ish. I need a new computer, though, to stream in 4K. But then I also need my ISP to be good, too. I could consider upgrading to gigabit internet, but where have you been? Wait, what? I knew that you suck. Whoa, whoa, Whitey. Oh, a screenplay, and it was read perfectly by the defense. Good stop. Good stop. That was a great read by that guy.
Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
So yeah, so I'm just disappointed in the stream quality. You know, I'm sorry, but it kind of is what it is, unfortunately. You didn't know Brandon Cook got traded? No, I didn't. Dude, I told you, I barely kept up with the offseason stuff. Like, I kind of knew some things that happened, like the bigger things, but Brandon Cooks fell under the radar, and Emmanuel Sanders obviously as well. So having Melvin Gordon for Denver, what does that matter so much for now? Like, if they don't have, he was like the only wide receiver that Denver had, right? I mean, so now that they don't have Emmanuel Sanders, like, why do they need Melvin Gordon for? Like, I don't know how Melvin Gordon can feel happy that he went somewhere else, that now they don't even have, like, a receiving core, and I don't even know, they have a new quarterback, too, in Denver? Cortland Sutton, who the hell is that? Oh, the second thing I wanted to talk about today. So I found a way. I surpassed. I'm at #1 on my friends list right now in terms of achievement points, and I figured out kind of a sly way to boost myself. Last night when I came home from after my date, this guy is a tryhard. Someone's trying to catch up to me. They better not be using my strategy. I found a strategy last night that was like, ooh, this is kind of schemy, but it worked, and it's easy. I have 856 achievement points for the month of September so far, and we're only halfway through. But man, people behind me, this other dude's got 805, the guy behind him's got 765, and then 700. So I mean, 50. The closest person is 51 achievement points behind me. I was playing Zoo Tycoon yesterday, and that was fun. It was interesting, actually. I'm surprised that they actually found a unique way to port that game to consoles. It was actually a lot better experience than I was expecting. Bigger gets home from date. I can finally grind achievements. Yeah, well, because okay, so I'll explain that. The reason why I had time to do that. Keep it up, I might pass you on purpose. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, you know. I mean on purpose. Whatever, dude. Let me explain that. So when we went to dinner last night, first off, I don't know. Okay. Oh my God, that place that we went to, insanely expensive for everything. And honestly, I feel like they were charging us for the water too when we were there. Like, I don't like these people. These people we went on the double date with. This guy claimed that he was like some type of. This guy claimed that he was some type of vice president in an IT. Well, he was a vice president in IT, and like based on the stuff he was telling me, it sounded like, you know, there was some legitimacy to that. But he must be making good money, because this stuff, the place that we went was not cheap. And at the end of the date, when they finally asked for the check, the lady dropped off one check, and then everyone goes, oh, how are we going to pay for it? So they go, okay, everyone just throw in your card, and we'll just have them split it in 4. Okay, my 1/4 of the bill was $60. And that was without the tip. Okay, it was like just under $60, but you get my point. It was expensive. So I don't know, and so here's the thing. All I ordered was my dinner, and I had one drink and two drink. Well, one drink, and then the one girl who came there ordered another drink for all of us to have. But then they kept ordering all these drinks. $60 not that much for one person, Mike. That means that bill had to be, if they split that into 4, that means that bill was $240 for dinner. $240. That's absurd. Like, I don't know what the hell they said. That's why I said I think they were charging us for water or something. Like, shit, dude. They charged us to go to the bathroom too. I don't know. Like, honestly, I drank so much water that last night. I drank so much water because honestly, at the very beginning, I didn't eat all day, and so I was starving. And then the food, there was like, oh my god, it was such a small plate of food. I got this ravioli. The food was great, but it was stuffed with shit. What's that? What's the fluffy white cheese that you put in like lasagna and it wasn't red. It wasn't covered with the red sauce. What's the fluffy cheese you put in there? Ricotta cheese or something like that? I think that's what it is. Ricotta cheese. I feel like that's not it, but I feel like that is. $60 not that much for one person, dude. I mean, come on, man. Like, sorry, I think you already saw that. Dude, that is a lot for one person. That is ridiculous. My mom thought $80 for 4 of us was bad yesterday. Y'all spent $60 each. I know, and that's the thing. I think because no one looked at the bill. They just said, let's just throw our cards in and we'll just have them split it in 4. I don't know what the hell those other people ordered. Like, what the hell? Because I wasn't paying attention to what everyone else was ordering. So basically, I was paying for their drinks essentially, and that's the part I don't like. Was that it's like, dude, like, no, that's not how it works. Like, you pay for your own shit. We should have just split the bill where, like, I paid for her and mine. But I was just like, whatever. I mean, honestly, like, I probably spent about a good hour to an hour and a half on that date last night just praying that, I'm like, please just someone say, let's go. I just wanted that thing to end so fast.
First and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
We're sitting here talking about dates instead of Madden. Like, isn't this? You should have said that. I know, I probably should have, but yeah, I didn't want to seem like that guy, right? You know, like I didn't want to be that guy. Pay your own shit. Yeah, I mean, I would have been fine with that. I'd been like, hey, I pay for her and me, and you guys pay for, you know, yourselves. Split it 50-50. Well, actually, no, not even split it 50-50. Like, split it based on who got what. Well, we see a third date. So look, I told her that we should go on another date. I said let's go out. We should go out again. But I said just me and you. Like, I legit, like, after they left, her and I like talked for a few minutes after that. And I said just me and you, no one else. Because I didn't get the chance to learn anything more about her last night. Her friend was not helpful at all. Her friend just made things worse. So her friend, that girl that she brought with her, was someone that she's known since she was in high school. So like they've known each other for like 15 years or something like that.
But it's a division that certainly is not getting any easier.
So I figured, okay, this girl must know her really well. Well, guess what? Her friend was like, ugh, how do I explain her? Honestly, she sort of reminded me of Melinda a little bit, only in a certain aspect, and I know that doesn't mean anything to most of you. Maybe Preston a little bit, but like, she, like, if you said something that she did not appreciate or like, she felt required to throw in her 2 cents and like try and like make something of it. So I said something like, the guy asked me a question like, who's supposed to pay the bill or something like that, and I'll get to this guy later. Oh, he tripped. What the hell? And I said, oh, the guy. And he goes, well, why? And I said, well, because it's a chivalrous thing to do, and it's just the way things, you know, it's just showing you that you respect your date, blah blah blah, whatever. And the girl comes out, she goes, well, did you know that what chivalry actually means? And I was like, what? And she goes, well, it basically means that like you're defending like the weaker person or whatever, and that's why women, you know, strong women want to pay for their meal because they want to show that they can contribute in the relationship. And it's like, okay, like, I wasn't saying that's the reason why I pay for the bill is because I don't think they can. You know, it's just like she just kind of went off in this thing, and it's like, I don't, like, okay, shut up. Like, I don't care what, like, I didn't ask your opinion, woman. Like, and I don't mean that, and like, you know, you're just because you're a woman, I didn't want to hear your opinion. I do talk like that when I talk to women sometimes. Like, especially if I'm comfortable with them, I'll call them woman. Like, hey, woman. she was super she's more liberal than me. And again, I don't claim to be that liberal, but she was like, because someone said something like, oh, well, did you see that guy? And then she'd be like serious face. And you guys joke about this in Discord a lot. Like, oh, did you just assume someone's gender? Like, she was saying that shit at the table. And I'm just like, are you serious? Like, why? Why are we doing this? Why are we having these conversations? Like, it just, oh my God, my head. I was just on information overload. Because one, I'm trying to process. I was trying to. Yeah, exactly. They were so super, like, just left liberal, like, left, like, with every topic, and I'm just like, holy shit, dude. And the guy looks at me and goes, hey, he's like, I bet, he's like, you're probably a conservative thinker or something like that too, right? And I'm like, no, dude. It sounds fun, yeah. I'm like, no. I'm like, actually, I tend to lean liberal on most topics, or left. But I said, but I'm in the middle, and I'm like, but for me, I also wait to hear what we're talking about before I make up my mind. So I don't have my mind made up on most things. I'm like, because, you know, you never know. Someone might be able to convince you otherwise. So you discuss the issue, and then you find out where you stand on it. She seems pleasant. Oh, God, yeah, that was just, like, everything. Okay, so let's talk about what made it weird. So that's not even like the weird part. That, I mean, that is like that made it certainly unique, and kind of like it was almost like putting on the brakes all the time, right? That's what those things do. They're conversation stoppers, because someone always wants to try to get in their 2 cents, and like, well, you know, it's just like, oh my God, shut up, man. Oh, they sent a blitz, it looked like, and oh, well, they already had a first down. All right, so New Orleans got another first down here. I'm surprised she didn't put you in timeout. No, but see, here's the thing. I did not talk that much last night, and the girl even called me on it when we were there, but I didn't say anything to that. I felt like I was just going to play. I didn't come with talking points because, one, anything I wanted to talk to her about is not something I would talk to her about in front of other people, because it's not really their business. So, like, I wanted to ask other, like, relationship-related questions or more things to know about her. But, like, there was not really much opportunity to do that, because the other two, one, like, her friend was kind of distracting her in a sense to just kind of keep talking about, like, dumb shit. And, so that didn't help. And then she would just kind of, like, talk with her friend, kind of, but, like, I don't know. It was just weird. And then, like, the guy, I was actually having better conversations with him than anyone else at the table, because we were talking, like, IT stuff. And so that was at least kind of neat. That kind of helped me relax a little bit. But, man, like, it was rough. If it weren't for that, oh, I don't know. I may have just said, hey, can I go to the bathroom, and then never came back. Okay, so apparently she hung out with these people last week, this girl and this guy last weekend, and she told this guy during this double date that she wanted him to act like really crazy, like to be like super, just like whatever, like super weird. And so this guy comes to the table when we first start the date, first down and definitely in field goal range now. He comes to the table, we sit down, and then like he pulls out like this rainbow colored cat toy and sits it on the table, and he goes, oh, he's like, this is my comfort cat or something like that. And I was like, okay. Like, it was already weird then. And then, like, we started talking a little bit, and then he pulls out this, it looked like an Ushanka that he put over his head, but it's like one of those, like, Chinese or Asian, like, hats with, like, the little balls that hang down on the side. I don't know what the hell you call them. He put this on his head, and, kept talking, tried to keep talking like everything was like normal, like this was normal for him. And so like he put this on, And then we talk a little bit more, and then he pulls out of this book bag, he pulls out one of these Nerf guns that has like it's like a Tommy gun with all these little Nerf like things, and starts like loading it. And bro, y'all ninjas in Ohio is weird, dude. No, this was just like, I was just like, what the? Honestly, like I had already like reached my point of like disinterest in what was going on at the table at that point. I was just like, what in the fudge? And I can't remember like what else he had. I swear he had like some other props too. Oh, that's right. He put on a boa. Yeah, exactly. He put on a boa as well too. This black boa. So he's got this hat, this black boa, this cat sitting on the side, and then this fucking Nerf Tommy gun thing at the table, and I'm just like, wow, just. But then like, so that was the thing that made it started off like really fucking weird. Excuse my language. But then, then things started to calm down a bit. I think you should leave her. Well, so her friend goes, which that's the thing is like, look, I know that you're her friend, but like, and I guess the girl kind of agrees with it too, I guess, but like,
yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here.
Her friend goes, well, if you can't handle like awkwardness on the second date, then I figure what's the point of dating anymore? Because then you're not going to be able to handle it down the road either. And it's just like, okay, I don't know if that's true, but like, I don't feel like the purpose. Double they asked the guy to act weird. Well, and she goes, oh, I didn't know like how weird he was going to be. She just said like be way over the top, because apparently that's what he does well, I guess. All right, so we reached the halfway point in the game. New Orleans only up by a field goal. What the F are they talking about? Exactly. Maybe she thought the date would be boring. No, I don't think so. I just think that, see, and that's the thing. So, I mean, okay, so I agree. So in between what you're saying, Mike, I mean, really, I think it was, I didn't like it because I felt like it was like a test. And it's like, I don't need your test. Don't test me. It's like, if you want to test me, like, just people can authentically make things awkward without you intentionally trying to make things awkward. You know what I'm saying? Like, you learn about how people deal with awkward situations as things go on, but you don't intentionally tell someone to do something extremely absurd just for the sake of seeing if you react or not. Because like the whole time, like they were like, oh well, we're surprised, like, if you couldn't handle it, then you would have probably got up and walked out by now. They're like, not that we've ever seen anyone do that. And it's just like, okay, like, I miss watching this stuff. Oh, Damien, what's up, dude?
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
Well, I think it probably helps that we didn't have sports for a little while, right? Everyone's kind of back and reinterested and stuff like that. So, yeah, so I felt like it was just, I was being tested because then, like, and I was being judged in the eyes of 3 different people. And that didn't help either, because then, like, I was getting stuff like, oh yeah, that was a good, that was a good answer, that was a good answer, I like that answer, I like this, I like that. And it's just like, I'm glad that you like the answer, but like, I'm not trying to appease you. But 2, like, why are you vocally telling me that you're approving of me? Like, I don't need your vocal approval of me. Like, because honestly, I could care less if your friends. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, you want your friends you want the person's friends to like you. but like you're not trying to impress them. You know, you're more worried about the person that you're trying to date or be together with. What's up? Wow, Pidgey, where have you been? You've been gone for a little while. He just like shows up out of nowhere, like starts with a gold dragon command.
1,400 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. He was second among receivers last season receiving yards per game at 95.
Good toe tap there.
This guy combines great body control, excellent strength, and terrific route running ability to become a really big downfield threat.
So yeah, so that, you know, that was just, that made it rough. That made it really rough. Oh, stuffed. So how is Fournette not start? Oh, I guess because he came on late. So I guess that's why. So Fournette's not going to start. But how is Fournette not the starter in Tampa Bay, right? You and Pidgey have been gone for a while. Yeah. Okay, so the part that's then things started getting super weird because so apparently this girl, her friend, was hooked up with some guy in the past that apparently was, now they said abusive. Now, they didn't clarify whether that was like physical or verbal. I'm thinking more verbal than anything else, I guess. I think, but you know, I didn't ask. I didn't want to know because I did not want her friend talking any more than she already was. To be honest, like that's so I didn't ask her friend really any questions other than like how she knew my date, like how do you guys meet and all that kind of stuff, like kind of some of the typical stuff. But then I just kind of stopped asking her questions because I just was not wanting to hear her talk.
People think he can't be that fast, but he is. And
so she said that they said that her former boyfriend was abusive, and when she was talking about something and then somehow that person's name came up. I think it was because my date actually dropped the guy's name. And it made the other dude super uncomfortable, where he was like, why are we even talking about like this person right now? And so he kind of started like getting uncomfortable about it. And so when he went to the bathroom the one time, she was telling me, you know, she told me the story about like the other guy, like, oh yeah, he was abusive or whatever, and he knows about him, and she's like, but he's like overly, like, he gets overly, she said that he gets insecure about it, and that she's like, I'm the one who went through it, and I don't understand why he gets so mad about it, and blah, 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 and, she's like, so I don't know. Brady looking, oh, incomplete. So then like that ended up like killing the whole night. So like apparently then like the guy was like, you could tell he was starting to act like really just like he was unplugging from the whole thing altogether, and they kept trying, and then they kept bringing stuff up, like even my date, she was like, stop being a bitch, dude. And I'm just like, dude, first off, honestly, you don't like. No, I don't think that's it. So I talked to her I talked to my date after those guys, after the other two left, about that, and I said, look, I can understand why he's, I wouldn't say insecure about it. I said I can see why he cares about it, because when you're with someone and you know that someone in the past has hurt them, because I'm the same way. I've been the same way for sure. Like with two people I've known in my life more recently, and you're like, how could someone treat you like this? You know, if you care about someone enough and you think the world of them, and then you know that they had someone in their past that really like did terrible things to them, then you know, you are like, you're just like, I think it's just, you're just surprised that someone could treat them that way. Well, again, I think what made it, the thing that made it bad was the fact that we had the other two people there. Caught. Oh, he drops it. Incomplete. That was probably better.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field,
You know, and that's what I told her, and she's like, yeah, I guess, and I feel like she understood, but I felt like after the date was over, when I was talking with her, like one-on-one, like after the other two left, I felt like that was probably like the best, like 5 to 10 minutes of conversations that we've ever had since we started dating. And so that's the kind of conversation stuff that I want to have. So I need to find ways to kind of trigger her to get into those types of conversations. Because that was real stuff. Because she was like, well, obviously she's like, oh, they're probably fighting on the way home. And so we were talking about them, and then so I asked her, I was like, well, what would you do in a situation? I said, what would you do in a situation where, like, I said, okay, like, hypothetical question. You and I are like together, and we're out on a date with someone else, and then we get into some kind of argument for whatever reason, or maybe we come into the date like we're already like, you know, arguing about something. And like, do you vocalize that during the date? And she's like, well, no. And I'm like, exactly. And I'm like, that's what made that super fucking weird, was the fact that they were vocalizing it the whole time. Like, it was very obvious that there was something going on there, and they just kept going on about it. And it's just like, no, like, you don't do that shit when you're together with other people. You take that, you know, you squash that shit early on and say, we'll talk about it later, you know, or whatever. And you send a text, or you both go to the bathroom, you know, and then you have a conversation and just say, okay, we're not talking about it while in front of them. Because that's not the place to do that, and that made everything extremely uncomfortable. And, you know, obviously, and that was in addition to the way the whole thing started out, with the guy wearing his props and stuff like that, and just being super over the top. You know, it just. I remember he asked me a question. He goes, "Oh, he says, that's right. One of the questions he asked me was, would you mess around with Matthew McConaughey or Vanna White?" And I'm like, well, obviously not the dude. And then he goes, what, you got something about gay people? Are you a homophobe? And I said, no, I don't have anything against gay people. I'm not a homophobe. I said, it's just not for me. You know, I don't understand. Like, I get, and I think he was doing that intentionally. I don't think he really felt that I was, but like, but there are people that if you say, like, if you give the answer like I give, they automatically assume that because you answered the way you did, like, I just, my strong reply that I'm not into men is an indicator that I'm a homophobic or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make you a homophobe. It's just like, no, I don't like men. Like, that's weird for me because it's not for me. You know, but then people automatically assume that you're just like, ooh, gay people, like, oh, you know, it's like, no, like, I'm fine with, like, gay marriage is perfectly fine with me. Again, like, whatever makes you happy in life. I want people to be happy, whatever makes you happy. If it doesn't intrude in my space, I don't care. If it doesn't bother me, I don't care. What, Mike? Why are you eyeing?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first.
So yeah, that's what kind of killed the whole night, was them. Okay, he just ran through his entire offensive line, but we'll just ignore the fact that happened. What was that run? Wow. Okay. But anyways, yeah, so that pretty much killed the whole date, was them fighting. You know, and so that made things super uncomfortable, and things were already uncomfortable, and I was on sensory overload, just trying to, like, you should have said all this to their face. No, see, I'm not that guy. I'm sure she'll talk to her friend again about it, but I feel like she should feel some personal level of accountability for that, because she said to me, what she said to me, what my date said to me after the thing was over. Good play. Oh, and a face mask to boot.
Oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
She said, Mike, I cannot picture you being that guy. Absolutely not. You stop lying. You would not do that. Honestly, dude, like, you can't live stream on LiveMe. You are not that guy. I just don't feel like you're that guy. You can't be. There's no way, absolutely no way that you're that guy. But look, my date should be embarrassed in a sense for having invited them to that date, given that she told me that last weekend they were doing a similar thing had happened, and that apparently there's been a pattern with this guy where, like, he didn't even want her to go out or something, to go see her friend by herself or whatever. Honestly, like, I don't really care. I mean, I get it, she cares about her friend, but it's like, but then why would you agree to go on a double date with them if you know that they're already fucking weird? Like, that doesn't make sense, dude. Brees, oh, hit on the throw, incomplete. You know, it's like, why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to someone that you, unless you were trying to, like, find a way to get away from me? But I don't think she is, because everything that she said, even like last night, she said something about, oh yeah, we should go to this medieval festival next year. Like, again, like, in her mind, I feel like like, in the time, she kind of felt like, oh, this is like great, everything's going really swell, and it's just like,
Well, this is going to depend on the spot. It's not a very generous one.
like, I don't know. Oh God, you know, there was something else that she did that made me, I'm just like, I don't know, like, here's the thing, guys, like, some of the things may come off as negative, but I don't, okay, so, and I had explained this to another friend recently. Sometimes things I say may come off like they're negative, but they're not necessarily negative. It's because I'm trying to process. Oh, Saints are going for it on 4th and 1 on Tampa's 41. And a run, and they get the first. They got it. They had to get it. What? What? That looked like a first. Oh. Oh, wow. That looked like a first down to me. It was at the 40, and he got past the 40, and his arm was right. What? Oh. Really? That looked like a first down to me. It was at the 40, and his ball crossed the 40 when he leaned forward. That's very interesting. All right, so, yeah, so I don't mean it in a negative way all the time. It's just that for me, it's more like I'm just trying to understand, like, what the hell's going on. Like, it's me in my head trying to rationalize and process the situation after the fact, because there was a lot going on last night, to be honest, and that's part of the reason why I wasn't asking that many questions, was because I was, like, semi-freaked out by what was going on, and down goes Brady! Down goes Brady! Woo! Been waiting to say that all day. What's up, Donovan? Donovan, you got here just in time for that. Look at that. Look at that. You are the good luck charm here. A Giants fan comes in and Brady goes down. That's what she said? But anyways, yeah, it was a super sensory overload last night. You know, just, so much weird stuff going on. But yeah, she's been saying, and honestly, I felt like she was thinking I was gonna kiss her last night. We didn't kiss. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm just not. And I only say that in the sense that, like, I'm not 100% convinced how long this is gonna go on for if I don't have, like, if I don't have a date, like, if in the next date there's not, like, some clicking going on, then, like, it's gotta end. You know, it's like I kind of have to give the first date a pass, because it's like you're still trying to feel each other out. You just kind of, first time you met. The second date obviously just gets railroaded because of those other buttheads ruining the whole thing with their ridiculousness. So then it's kind of like the third date's got to be the one where it's like, okay, it's just me and you again. We got to have, like, conversation about other, like, relationship stuff, and, like, develop, like, more, like, understanding, you know, understand where we're compatible or not compatible. You know, because I'm not trying to force this on myself. I'm not trying to force anything on her either. I just feel like she feels like everything's great, and I'm still trying to figure out, like, if this is the right thing for me or not.
The Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now the Saints, they trot their
And the
offense
double
out
date
here.
was not, I don't think that was a good idea. You know, again, if she was going to choose friends to go on a double date with, it should have been people that were, like, either married or people that had been together for more than 6 months. Because apparently they said these two knew each other for 2 years, and they've been dating for 6 months. And this girl, apparently she was like living with someone else or something. I don't know what the situation was. She was living somewhere, and then she didn't want to move back home with her parents, so she chose to move in with this guy. And so she's been living with him, I guess, ever since she's known him or something. I don't know. She probably has a totally different mindset. Well, yeah, clearly she does. I mean, you know, that's very obvious that she does. She's got a different impression of how things are going, and that's what worries me. Is like I just don't understand how you think that. I mean, I'm glad that she does, but the other weird thing that happened last night is the guy asked me. He goes, "How old are you?" And I said, "I'm 39." And then she like looks at me, and I was like, well, I think she already knows that or something. Because he kind of looked at her. I'm like, well, she should already know that because, like, we kind of talk, you know, we kind of, it's kind of available on the website that we're on. And then she goes and she checks on her phone and she goes, oh, she's like, you are 39. She's like, I thought you were older. And I'm like, what? And she goes, no, I thought I saw before that you were older on the website. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, she didn't say, like, you look older, but she didn't really pay attention to that? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to think, man. Like, see, that's the thing is, like, so here's the thing. I know what I want. Like, I need someone in my life who is not necessarily the exact opposite of me, but I need someone who we should have some. I would have asked if there's an issue. I need someone that we have some common interests, and we do have some common interests. I need someone who's not exactly the same as me. I need someone who is gonna have qualities that I desire to have in myself that I do not have. And I've only learned that because of another friendship that I have. I need someone with qualities that I can appreciate and would want for myself, but don't have. Something that helps me develop as a person. Oh my gosh, down goes Brees, down goes Brees. That is not what New Orleans needed. Why aren't they using their timeouts? And they're going to call a timeout. No timeout still? I'm very confused what's happening here. Are they trying to no huddle? They are. A 3-second runoff? Well, if you're in a no huddle, how is there just a 3-second runoff? What are these plays? I don't understand any of this right now. So obviously this is 4-down territory for New Orleans. So that was just weird with the whole age thing. I don't like. I feel like when I talked to Melinda today, because she's trying to give me advice about how to handle certain things with her, and I feel like the next date, like I have to ask, like I have to be blunt and just say, like, look, I don't, like, honestly, after the first date, I wasn't sure if you were interested in me or not because you don't ask me any questions. Oh my gosh, and a flag, half the distance. That's gonna be what, at like the 10 or the 5? Oh man, what a way to ruin at the 16. Oh no, 8-8. Yeah, that was close. Wow, with 34 seconds left in the game, New Orleans is given a huge chance to win this with 3 timeouts left. I don't know. Like, you know, again, I'm trying not to force anything on myself. I'm not trying but clearly, so from her standpoint, she did admit last night that she said something like she doesn't have anyone else on match that's like liking her back or something. Like she's not talking to anyone else or dating anyone else right now. So like I'm the only thing that she's got right now. So I mean, honestly, like I can take my time. I don't need to rush. It's not like I need to rush to make a decision because someone else is going to steal her from me. But if someone did, would I really be awfully that disappointed right now? No.
Ahead of the chains now.
So maybe that's all I need to know. But again, like I don't know. Like it's different. It's just different. Brees throws, touchdown, New Orleans, with 26 seconds left in the game. New Orleans is going to take a 3-point lead, assuming the field goal is good, which it most likely will be. Will they go for 2? Will they go for 2 to prevent a field goal from tying it up and us going to OT if they were to get that close? I don't know if Tampa has it in them, though.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal.
And the kick is up, and it is good. So New Orleans, again, 3-point lead, 1-possession lead here. 26 seconds left in the game. Tampa Bay has 3 timeouts remaining. It's not a whole lot of time to drive down the field and kick a field goal. So it depends on where their field position starts. That's going to make a pretty big difference. Obviously, in terms of how far down the field they're going to need to go. So I'm assuming everyone's excited. We spent literally this whole game talking about my date. I need to talk it over with Melinda today. And all of a sudden, I did something yesterday. I think when I was doing work in the garden, I can barely turn my neck to the left. I've got this pain like going up my, like just underneath my shoulder on the left side of my back. When I try to turn my head to the left. Oh my God. Like this pain. I could barely, like I had a hard time getting to sleep last night. Oh, but anyways, too, I also did not eat that much last night because there was hardly any food. And they were like, oh, do you want to order something else? And I'm just like, no. Like, I am so glad I did not order any more food because that bill would have been even more expensive. I drank for the first time in my life the stuff called Fennet. Oh my God, just if you've never, okay, so this stuff was like drinking, if you drank Listerine without that kick that Listerine has, but it was like spearmint or just a mint that's like 1,000 times stronger than regular mint. Okay, they got to the 47. Not quite in field goal range yet, but you know, again, to be safe in Madden, you got to get to like the opponent's 30-yard line to have a reasonable shot at kicking a field goal. So 17 yards away approximately from being in field goal range. So we'll, oh, false start. Uh-oh. Wait, isn't that a runoff unless they take a timeout? Or does it not count for false starts? No, I think that's for just other offensive penalties. There's no runoff for false start. Because technically that's pre-play, so I guess.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Will New Orleans defense be able to get a stop? Oh, that's actually what New Orleans defense wanted right there. They'll take the underneath. They'll definitely take that shit all day. Like, Tampa Bay's only got 1 timeout left, and they need about 21 yards. So they have to get it basically on the next play or get out of bounds with like 6 seconds left, enough to get off another play and with the clock stopped and not have to use a timeout. He's just going to have to heave it pretty soon. Oh my God, how is this guy wide open? Wow, with 3 seconds left, they get to the 18.
Inside the 20, and they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining.
Are they going to go for it? No, they're not going to go for it. Oh God, now we have to go to overtime. Jesus crikey. Oh, I did not want overtime. New Orleans, come on, dude. I don't think New Orleans defense is that bad.
Now Ryan Suckup
right?
will come on and try the field goal. And
Oh, they're trying to ice the kicker.
Whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Because that totally works with 30-yard field goal kicks. Wait, Blaine Gabbert plays for the Bucs? Oh my God. Gabbert, the backup QB to Brady. Whoa. He's the holder. That's unfortunate. That's just as bad as having Case Keenum as your backup quarterback to Baker Mayfield. Oh my God. Actually, I don't know. I'd almost rather have Case Keenum than Blaine Gabbert, to be honest. Like, Blaine is still alive. I know, right? And the kick is up, and it is good. So we have a tie game with triple zeros on the clock, and now we are going to overtime. Ugh. God.
Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team
please New Orleans win it and get a touchdown on your first drive.
win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score,
oh, the Bucs won the toss. They elect to receive.
And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score.
And honestly, I don't know why, like, in a dome, like, why defending left or right matters. Like, it really shouldn't, because, like, oh, this side has the AC that blows that could affect the field goal kicks or something. You know, I... right? Like, why, like... Or this is the side where we have those fans installed that are intentionally aimed at the goalpost so that the kicks get blown to the side. You know, it's like... I don't know why that would, like, where you defend matters. You know, is there a part of the stadium that's traditionally louder than the other or something?
Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
This is not what I was expecting for this game.
I know what you're saying. In overtime,
by any stretch of the imagination.
double, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete.
Wow.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. First down. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice.
Well, I wasn't expecting. I'm not expecting like. I mean, I'm definitely expecting New Orleans to win the game, like IRL. I'm definitely expecting them to win the game. I don't think that last pass that they had was like. To get in a field goal range was legitimate, because honestly, you know they're passing, so everyone would be in coverage. You're not going to end up with a guy that wide open. Like, you're not playing, like, you're sort of playing zone, but you're not going to have some guy that's that wide open in zone. Like, no matter what defense you're playing, you just know that everyone's staying back. So you're expecting them to throw underneath, and you will allow those underneath passes all day long. You would not let anyone get that open that deep down the field. That's just not that's not realistic in that particular scenario.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially
I mean, could it happen? Yes. There's probably like a 1 in 100 chance that something like that's going to happen, or maybe 1 in 50 or something. You know, but not like that.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller.
And it doesn't matter what quarterback you have back there. It could be Peyton Manning back there for all I care. You're not gonna have a wide open receiver like that down the field in that situation. You're just not. It's not going to be that. That would not be that simple.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He finds his target, it's Evans. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Mike Evans has been so good downfield. I think that sometimes we end up taking him for granted. When you look back at what he's done each year in the league.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet.
Now paired with the prolific Tom Brady, those numbers could really jump.
I'm not sure exactly what's happening yet.
forcing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Brady.
Oh, that was like a chop block right there.
And this is going to be a first down.
Not really.
Tackles made at the Saints 19. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You shouldn't have ate that stale what?
Heck, this may be their best
Fun it. What the heck? What?
Throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the
what in the world are you talking about, Mike?
Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score and win this game.
Brady's throw there complete, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard.
Why the hell would you eat a stale donut anyways?
On
Wait, hold on. Why are you eating donuts to begin with? Oh, that's right. After I came home, I was so hungry that I ended up going to Wendy's. I was gonna make something, but then I'm just like, you know what? It's been like, well, obviously aside from B-dubs, I'm like, I don't really eat fast food. It's been a long time since I ate anything like Wendy's. And so I just could not. I was just like, you know what? I need to go. I'm just like, for some reason. Oh, it was because Melinda was talking about Wendy's yesterday. She said something about going to Wendy's, and she went to Wendy's because they have that pretzel burger back right now or something. And so I was like, you know what? Wendy's sounds really good right now. And that was like, I was home. It was like, I went to Wendy's. It was like quarter to midnight. What the F did you eat at the restaurant? Well, that's not fast food. That's not fast food. I mean, fast food is like Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, like drive-through shit. Like, that's fast food. French fries, hamburgers. That's not like someone actually spending time preparing a legitimate meal for you. Restaurant dining is not fast food. Fast food's like greasy, like crap stuff. So that was extremely unrealistic. I don't agree with that. I don't think that. I think Tampa Bay will be lucky to have a drive like that against New Orleans. To be honest, I think they're making Tampa Bay look way too good right now. Oh, what did I eat at the restaurant? I said like my portion. I ate this ravioli stuff, which was great, but it was like you got like 2 raviolis in the bowl, stuffed with ricotta cheese. It was really good. They had ricotta cheese and they put peaches with it. It was great, but there was like nothing there, and it was like $12. It was like $12. And then I had a drink before that, this champagne drink, which was actually, it was called a champagne cocktail. That was like $11 for that. Yeah, exactly, dude. It was insane. The food is like, and that was called, I didn't realize they had them categorized as like small plates versus large plates. But they didn't really have anything else on the menu that I felt comfortable enough ordering and comfortable enough eating around, like as new around people I don't really know. So, yeah, I mean, yeah. Jesus Christ, right, I know, right? Yeah, it was, that place was extremely, I would never have gone to that place by myself. I would have never taken a date to that place. I mean, I would have taken my wife there, so to speak, you know, if I had a wife, like, I would take my wife there, but I wouldn't take a date there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of those places you go when you're married. And you're just like, okay, yeah, I'm willing to spend the money on you now because I know you and, you know, you deserve this, or like, hey, this is a nice date, you know, a nice date thing to do. Are we doing another game? No. I would have done another game. If I would do another game, I would have probably started at like 8. So we'll have to see for like next week. Yeah, we might do one of the Monday night ones. We'll do one of the Monday night ones tomorrow. I feel like I would do like the Titans one probably. That seems like the more interesting one, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like any of the games are like really that interesting. The matchups, like there's not really much to be said about most of the matchups. I mean, yeah, you have a lot of like division rivalry games, like what blah blah blah, but that's kind of like the usual, right? Like that's the norm. You're gonna have that, and so I'm like looking for ones where you have like some interest. Like, there's gonna be some general like public interest in them. You know, not just, I don't know, like, ooh, it's a rivalry game. You know, okay. I mean, we have that all the time, right? So, but anyways, yeah. So we'll probably do a Monday one tomorrow. You're undefeated in Sims. All right. Well, so you know, Madden Sims right now are 0 for 1 in terms of predicting game winners. So hopefully after this game they'll be 0 for 2. All right. Anyways, yeah, because I felt like that last drive that New Orleans had was not realistic, or not that Tampa Bay had in the fourth quarter. That did not make any sense. You're not gonna have a receiver that open. Titans versus Broncos with F Pittsburgh. Yeah, I think the Broncos would be interesting because of, you know, you got Melvin Gordon, so that'll be interesting to see them. The Titans, you know, it'll be interesting because they made some moves. No, Texans won the sim. No, the Texans won. So then, wait, maybe you're not undefeated in Sims then if you bet for KC, because that's right, because JJ was the only one who bet on the Texans and he won. So, and I don't think anyone else was here to bet for that stream. Actually, I think JJ was the only one or something, if I remember correctly. I felt like there weren't that many bets for it, but yeah, Houston definitely won that sim. All right, guys, that is going to be all for today. Thank you for everyone who stopped by. I appreciate it very much, guys. I hope everyone's happy with football being back. You know, I'm not going to pretend to be like more ecstatic about it than I am. I mean, yeah, great, fine. I'm glad football's back too, but you know, it is what it is. But that happens every season. So, you know, like, football's always back around this time, so it's not anything new, other than just the circumstances in which it came back. So I feel like everyone's like way overhyped about football, even though, like, I mean, I guess it's just, again, because, you know, there was a chance that sports may not have come back, blah, blah, blah. I get all that, but I'm not like extremely ecstatic or over ecstatic about it. So, you know, it happens every year, guys. Come on. So, yeah, but thank you guys for everyone who stopped by. I appreciate it very much. We'll be doing most likely another sim tomorrow night, the Titans game. Before the Monday night. There's 2 Monday night games tomorrow, so don't forget about that. That's usually where they go, like, what, the last Monday night game ends at like midnight our time or some crap like that. It's something insane. Thank you guys for your continued support as always. Appreciate it greatly. In the coming weeks, we'll be doing an Xbox Madden giveaway. I wanted to wait till after the free play weekend was over to do that. So in the coming weeks, we'll be doing I have an Xbox copy, standard edition of Madden 21 to give away, and we will be doing that sometime in the coming weeks. So if you don't have Madden 21 yet and you are on the market for Madden 21, maybe consider not buying it yet and waiting and test your luck. See if you can get a free copy of Madden 21. So there you have it. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.